Awesome. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? I hope everyone's doing okay. I know spring break is around the corner, and it's the week before spring break. So I do want to thank everyone that is present here today to have a Senate meeting. I do apologize for the 15-minute delay. Me and the officers had a pretty good conversation, and it just ran a little bit over. But let's get the meeting started. So let me get the PowerPoint going. So get the most out of your captions. I know this is something that was discussed in our Senate officer meeting. Just make sure that we're speaking in the mic. We're being loud enough so people that are watching it on YouTube or on Teams are able to hear you, or to help our captionings be more accurate so it can pick up what you're actually saying. So again, speak clearly, slowly, directly into the mic. And of course, one speaker at a time, please. So today is March 9th, 2022, and I call this meeting to order at 5:46 p.m. Or never mind. If our Sergeant Arms can help with roll call, that'll be awesome.
Sure, Senator Shiloh. Senator Brown. Senator McDowell, here. Senator Allen.
Here.
Senator Lee.
Here.
Senator Banerjee. Senator Castellanos.
Here.
Senator Garcia.
Here.
Senator Gillis.
Here.
Senator Guevara.
Here.
Senator Johnson. Senator McFarland. Here. Senator Ruiz.
Here.
Senator Taylor.
Here.
Senator Von Voorst. Senator M.
Here.
Senator Cowell.
Here.
Senator Baker.
Here.
Senator Ihimiro Madu. I'm sorry. Senator Schulte. Okay. Did I miss anyone?
Nope.
Okay, we have quorum.
Awesome. Alrighty. So again, COVID reminders. For agenda today, I did send out an updated agenda, so I do apologize for that. But we have executive reports, approval of minutes, unfinished business. We have S 2022 R4. We have Senate committee reports, college reports. We are going to go in executive session to discuss some personnel matters. Also have new business, Senate appointment for the College of Business, addition for, I'm just going to do that now. We also have for the College of Science, consideration of election code amendments, and shout outs and adjournment. Alrighty. Let's start off with executive reports. JT, take it away.
Mic check, mic check. All right, Senate, how y'all doing? Good, are y'all having fun? Yes, perfect. I hope so. I want to start off. The interns did not have a meeting this Monday. I gave them a mental health break. A lot of them stressed to me in their one-on-ones in the past 2 weeks, just dealing with a lot of stress with midterms coming up, work. A lot of them just were going through a lot. So I just said, hey, I'm going to cancel our plans for the meeting and we'll just do a mental health day. And I told them for the hour that we're supposed to spend together, do something for yourself, self-care wise. So I know some of them did go to the gym. Some of them went out to dinner with friends. And I was just very happy to hear that update about what they did in that hour. That made me very happy. So they did that. I've been working in the office this week with Casey to work on 2 pieces of legislation that will need to come to y'all for approval out of the budget. One will involve a gift that I have planned for the interns at like end of the year type thing, and I think y'all will approve it and be cool with that. And the second thing is they have a big finals week event. It's their last event they'll put on for the semester, and it's during finals week. I don't have the full details of that yet exactly. They haven't given it to me, but we definitely will come to Senate as far as the amount so we can spend and make sure the event is just as good as our. If you came to the event last fall, how many of you came to the event last fall? Remember with the games? Yes. Okay, cool. Ethan was there. So definitely ask Ethan about it, but it was a great turnout. Probably one of the largest I've seen in SGA. So I think the interns will do well with the fall finals week event. As well as that, I've been working on transition documents for the next intern program director and getting feedback from just other executive members and things like that. So Senate, if you have anything that you would like me to put in my transition documents as far as Senate shadowing and how that works, if things could be better and more efficient, just let me know. I'm doing the same thing with exec. Other than that, that's pretty much wraps up my report. Please keep working with your interns. It is the end of the year, so just keep that in mind. And if you have any final projects that they can work on you with, please let me know or reach out.
All right, JT, thank you. Is there any questions for JT? All righty, thank you, JT. Now we have Alexis, our co-director for diversity and inclusion.
Hello, everyone. So this will be my last time speaking to y'all. I'm resigning come Friday. I had a whole speech ready for y'all, but I just wanted to say thank y'all. I am working on, well, I guess I was working with the ambassadors. That will be going to someone else in the executive group. Yeah. So long story short, communication is a big issue I see now, and I need to better myself. Not only me, but other people in the exec need to better themselves too. And I'm not going to expose who it is. But long story short, I probably should read from my script. But yeah, I'm resigning Friday and today. I want to thank y'all for sticking around in SGA, watching me grow. And yeah, that's all I got to say. But any questions?
Can we give it up for Alexis for being an amazing co-director for diversity and inclusion?
Yeah, thank you.
All righty, thank you so much. Did we have any question for our other co-director, for Zoe? I can pull up their report. 1 second. Any questions? No, awesome. We'll go next to our communications director, Colin. Any questions for Colin? Yes, go ahead.
I think I need to get with Colin about, or maybe I can just ask you. There's going to be construction on the Disco Park perimeter drive, and I was wondering if we could get that on the SGA social media.
That is no problem. We can do that. If you want to, is there a post that's already out about it or any information?
I believe so.
If there is, if you email Colin, can you like forward, either like send the DM to the SGA or whatever the post already is, and so we can follow up on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions for Colin? If not, thank you so much, Colin. We have next our outreach director.
And I am here to answer any questions if anyone has any.
Awesome. Do you have any questions for our outreach director, Maya? Nope. Thank you so much, Maya.
Thank you.
I believe we have, I did not update it in our thing, our Deputy Chief of Staff, Bella Armenta.
Hi, everyone. Some updates since this. Ralph has officially hit 0 and is closed now. So it's really exciting. Eagle's Nest is in a weird kind of transition period. We may be getting more money. We may not be. If not, Eagle's Nest will be closed soon. But other than that, as you can see, I have a new position, a new title. I'm going to be helping Casey with Chief of Staff duties. I'm still retaining my rights and my duties as Student Allocation Director, though, so it's kind of a dual role. But do you have any questions? Cool.
Can we give it up for our new Deputy Chief of Staff? Ooh, exciting stuff. Next, we have our Chief of Chiefs, Casey Jimenez. Any questions for Casey? All righty. And then questions for Devin. Is Devin on the call? He is not. All righty. Next up is my report. And I believe I did not send it to y'all. Sorry. I did have one. I can pull it up. Basically, for my report, again, a lot of one-on-ones. I have Senate appointments for y'all to consider today. I have one for the College of Business, one for the College of Science. So I'm really excited to add more to our team. I cannot multitask. Also updated the website, adding more stuff to that as well. Trying to think. Let me just get this pulled up for y'all so y'all can see it. No. Yes, I did put it here. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. So we're having a Senate heart to heart today. Had a officer meeting with our Senate officers today. Great stuff. I will be soon sending attendance statuses for everyone. Only thing I need is just collect statuses from officers. So if officers can send that to me, or we can meet again for that. Continue working on my transition document and continue processing Senate appointments. Hopefully I will have another College of Science nominee in front of y'all. Hopefully when we return back from spring break. I also was invited to a rec sports meeting to review, it's one of their focus groups, to review their master plan regarding possible renovations or expansion facilities. And I'll hopefully have one of their reps come to Senate after spring break to talk about more about what they have envisioned, some of their thoughts, and to collect feedback and get y'all involved in that process. I know one thing, I think 2024, they'll fully pay off their bond for the Rex facility. Don't quote on me, but bond is being paid off. But yes, do we have any questions for me about anything? All righty. Thank y'all. Not me. Let's do approval of minutes. So I'm going to scroll this down. Any questions or concerns? If not, this will go. It is approved unanimously. Okie dokie. All righty. So now we're entering unfinished business. First thing to consider is as 2022 R4 door decoration policy within residence halls. Of course, submitted by Senator Gillis and Senator Marimadu. Let me pull that up for y'all. The floor is open for any motions. Senator Gillis.
I would like to move into a period of discussion.
Is there a second?
Senator Ruiz seconds.
So It's been moved and seconded. Senator Gillis, you have the floor.
Yeah, well, hi everyone. First things first, I want to thank everyone for going into our third week of discussion on this now. I know this is kind of difficult sometimes, so I want to thank everyone for dealing with this the whole way through. I just kind of wanted to give an update to where this is at, just so we're all on the same page. Since this was introduced, I suppose it was 3 weeks ago at this point, I have met with Dr. Vanacore, as well as been in contact with Thomas Sanchez, who's also on that list up there. Dr. Vanacore and Dr. Sanchez have both expressed their support for this piece of legislation. I know Dr. Vanacore, when I spoke with her, a big issue that she's always had with housing is that it feels very 20th century at times. And so her goal has been to move housing into the 21st century to the best of our ability. And she was happy to see this piece of legislation brought forward, as well as express that she was in support of it. Since then, though, I have made it my effort to continue running this by as many people as possible, to continue talking to constituents, to RAs, to anyone who might be impacted by this. And I have, received feedback, and people seem to be very in support of this. Like I said, I have spoke with Dr. Vanacore, and she is down to implement this. But obviously, this is just the first step. When I wrote this piece of legislation, I set out to tackle this one specific issue, and I feel like I've accomplished what I did, what I set out to do, I should say. When we ended the very first discussion period about 3 weeks ago, I made a promise to everybody that I wasn't going to continue to talk about this unless I felt that it was ready and in the place it needed to be. I'm talking about it now, so I do feel like it is in the place it needs to be. Of course, we're here to talk about it. We're here to discuss it. So if anyone does have any discussion points, more than happy to talk about that at this time. But that was just sort of in an effort to let everyone know where we're at on this.
All right, Senator Ruiz.
If no one has any more discussion points, I move that we go to a period of voting on this bill.
Senator Lee objects.
All righty. Senator Lee, do you have a discussion point?
Yes, I do, and I believe some other people have hands raised.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Senator McDowell.
I'll yield my time.
Okay, Senator Lee.
Hey guys, I don't want to take up too much time. I've talked with Ethan a lot about this in Winston as well. But just something I want to point out to a lot of people is that there is currently a system in place. Also, just someone else who has a hand raised. So we.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah. Just sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling a little frazzled right now. Just for anyone in the audience who's had this issue, being dead named by their door decks, or if something that's coming across, trying so hard to be coherent. There is a system in place. Something I talk about with Ethan a lot is that it's just not very accessible. But if this is something you're struggling with right now, you can go to ehousing.unt.edu, go to your account details, change your name, and it is immediately updated in the system. It doesn't have to match. You don't have to go through the whole process of changing with your UNT ID with something through the whole university, what you have on Canvas. That is something that you can do right now. And so I think this legislation has a lot of good intent, and it's starting a good conversation. It's just, I think the main issue is that the system we have in place isn't accessible, not that it doesn't work. And again, I wish there was more soundboarding, but just point people out. There is a system right now, but the burden is entirely on the student to do their own research, and there's not a lot of accountability with RAs.
Senator Cal.
Per your discussion point, I think legislation like this is necessary, and I think what we have in place right now is reactionary. When a trans student comes to UNT, comes to housing, and they are dead named on the door or are forced to come out in whatever capacity, if they're not ready or whatever the situation is, and they want to change their name, that's something they have to do after the fact. They can't do it preemptively, or in this case, where there would just it would just not be a problem at all, which is why I think this is really important for. I would have loved this when I was coming into housing, and was changing my name and it was a whole thing. But anyway, I actually did want to ask the authors, did Dr. Vanacore give you any idea of what implementing this would look like? Did she mention what they would tell the RAs when preparing for new students? Any kind of process, to any suggestions that they would give RAs? If you could elaborate on that.
Yeah, can I answer that? Yeah, so the meeting with Dr. Vanacore was mostly just for me to kind of tell her what it was about, and she sort of expressed her support for it and didn't go too much beyond that. One thing I do want to express to everyone here is that this legislation is going to continue to be my main priority even after tonight. Legislation doesn't stop at voting. It goes on and on until we see it implemented. So regardless of how things go tonight, my plan is to reach out to Dr. Vanacore tomorrow morning and say, okay, what are the next steps? What can we continue to do to actually see this implemented? Because that meeting with her was mostly just her expressing support for it. Fingers crossed, if things go well tonight and this does pass, then we begin the discussion of, what is this going to look like when implemented? And that will be an initiative that, I encourage everyone here to get involved with, as, we are the voice for our constituents, and it's on us to, to express to the administration what we want to see. So to answer that question, that conversation hasn't happened yet, but it will happen very, very soon.
Senator Lee.
I yield my time to Senator Garcia.
Okay. Senator Garcia.
Howdy, y'all. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just wanted to address the point that Senator Howell said. Students are, in fact, able to have their name not be their dead name much before the fact that it's put on door decorations through the e-housing application and the e-housing website during the summer. So they are more than welcome to put their preferred name there much before the fact. And that being said, at the end of the day, I don't think there's any harm in supporting a bill like this. Again, I need to remind y'all, the SGA has no real power over resolutions. And at the end of the day, we're just supporting the notion of this. So anything that can improve the system, that can be talked logistically with the director of housing, I just think should be supported. So that's just kind of my thought. Thank you.
Alrighty. Senator McDowell.
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
I fully support this bill. I think it's going to do a lot of good for a lot of people. I think just the fact that several people are coming at it with different perspectives and different understandings of what actually happens means that the process is not nearly standardized enough and not nearly accessible enough to the majority of students. And I think this bill, or this resolution, excuse me, would be the first and a good first step into the right direction. I think the authors are very passionate about this issue, and I think they're going to continue to do good on campus.
Alrighty, Senator Cal.
I want to thank you for your response earlier, Ethan, and I'm really excited for you to have follow-up conversations about this piece of legislation. But unless there are any new discussion points, I'm going to go ahead and move to a period of voting.
Is there a second?
Senator Gillis seconds.
Alrighty, anyone object? Awesome. I believe if our Sergeant Arms can help us with roll call vote. And then who seconded? Senator Taylor?
A lot of seconds.
We both
seconded, okay. But put her name down. Gotcha.
Senator Shiloh? Oh, they're not here, excuse me. Senator McDowell, aye. Senator Allen?
Aye.
Senator Lee?
No.
Senator Castellanos?
Aye.
Senator
Aye.
Garcia?
Aye.
Senator Gillis,
Aye.
Senator Guevara,
Aye.
Senator McFarland,
Aye.
Senator Ruiz,
Aye.
Senator Taylor,
Aye.
Senator M,
Aye.
Senator Cowell,
Aye.
Senator Baker,
Aye.
Senator Winston.
Aye.
Did I miss anyone? It passed 13-1.
Alrighty. We have 2/3. Awesome. Congratulations, Senator Gillis and Senator Imamadu. I will go to Devin's desk for his approval or veto. All right, let's move on to the next item. It is committee reports. So trying to pull up. We can start off with campus life and environment. Vice Chair Gillis.
Hello, everyone. First, thank you guys. Second, to talk a little bit about what the Campus Life and Environment Committee is up to right now. We are in the process of planning an event that would serve as a campus cleanup type day. It's slated to be sometime in, I believe, April is what we've said. I don't have the specific date off the top of my head, but our meetings have mostly been just sort of trying to plan the logistics of that. That'll be a super fun event for different orgs to come out and compete and clean up campus a bit. So that's going to be super exciting. That's been the majority of what we have been focused on lately. Besides that, there's not too much else to report. We're unable to meet today just because we had so many people out, but shout out to Senator Lee for being there and Senator Kalen for showing up a little bit late. But yeah, we have a super phenomenal team. I just want to say I'm very proud of everyone on that committee. It is one of my favorite times of the week is when we get to meet. So great team doing some really great stuff. And once we get details finalized, we'll be putting the word out to when events are going to be. And hopefully we can see everyone in here show up. But that is it for the Campus Life and Environment Committee.
Awesome. Any questions? Alrighty, we'll move on next to diversity and inclusion. Anyone from diversity and inclusion have a report? Senator Cowell?
I'm in the committee. I don't know if anybody else here wants to speak on it, but I'll say we've had one meeting so far, and we have elected a new chair, and we are. I think Gracie, our chair, has talked to the director of the Pride Alliance about planning like a clothing drive event for that. So we're gonna have a meeting soon to talk about details for that event.
You said y'all elected a chair?
Yeah, it should be Gracie.
Okay, just writing that down. Any questions for DNI committee? All right, thank y'all. Next up, we have internal Senate committee. Chair McDowell.
Hello, everyone. So we have been hard at work. We had our first meeting, forgive me, last Thursday. And we've been thinking about an event we can do. And preliminarily, we're thinking about maybe some sort of dinner situation where senators and students can talk about what happens in the Senate, and perhaps maybe to include a presentation on Robert's Rules of Order as it's applied in the Senate. So Senate meetings can be more accessible to both students and senators. If you have any questions, as always, just email me, Michael McDowell at my.unt.edu. And thank you.
All right, do we have any questions for the internal Senate committee? I would like to ask that you have your vice chair email me minutes for that meeting so I can get that taken care of on the website. All right, and lastly, we have legislative affairs. Let me pull up.
Me again. Yes, I did do a little written thing. Senator Von Boris was nominated for the chair position, but we have not had a chance to vote yet because, unfortunately, our meeting that we scheduled for Monday did not meet quorum. So we were unable to address the legislation that was referred to us in our last Senate meeting. We're trying to plan a new one. Availability is kind of shaky since we're so close to spring break. But if anybody wants to participate in that meeting and talk about this legislation, we would be happy to have you. You can email or message me.
Any questions for the Legislative Affairs Committee? Nope. Awesome. We'll move on to college reports. I know Senator Shiloh is not here and did not submit to me any written college reports. Move on to the College of Engineering.
Hello again. As I mentioned earlier, there will be construction on the perimeter drive for Discovery Park. I believe it's from March 13th to the 20th. So students will park not in their normal student lots. Just follow the signs. Anyone with a parking pass will be allowed to park in particular lots. Just follow the signs. If it's a lot, you'll be allowed to park in it. If you have a parking pass, that is. Also, coming up very soon at Disco Park is the hackathon. So if you're interested in doing a little hacking, send me an email or send us an email to the Engineers United email, which you can find on OrgSync. As far as advocacy has been going, I've been hard at work advocating for the people of the College of Engineering. I recently did my office hours and I was able to have some really good discussions with some engineers about issues on campus, particularly regarding professor issues. So yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Any questions for the College of Engineering? Move on next to College of Information, unless I know Honors College has nothing to report. College of Information.
Hey guys, not much to report, just kind of continuing stuff from last time, working on setting up a meeting with the dean. And also people from Graduate Student Council. There's kind of been conflicting information on the website on like who's in the positions or not. And then I'm also hoping to reach out to some of the student orgs in our college. So mainly LISA, SLANT, and ASSIST, which is library science, linguistics, and one for information technologies, I believe. Because I know a lot of the student orgs mainly tend to focus on graduate students because our college is so much bigger in the graduate programs. And so kind of hoping to get more interaction between undergrad and graduates. That's it.
Awesome. Any questions for the College of Information? Thank you so much, Senator Lee. Class, do we have anything to report?
Not too much to report this week. A few weeks back, we did create a shared Google Doc between everyone so senators can kind of write down any ideas that they have that's been shared in our GroupMe, just to help us all get on the same page. Besides that, not too much else to report. I know. Do you have something you want to say? Okay.
Sorry, I just wanted to add something briefly. Senator Rees from class. We have been actually working on trying to set an incentive and date for a mask drive so that the UNT student campus student body on campus will be able to have access to a free KN95 and 95, basically a better, built mask. So that we can continue to spread the word to keep safe from COVID-19 and just build a healthier and safer campus in general. We're trying to work out the dates for that, and we're seeing a lot of initiative on social media for students to be able to come out and actually get a free mask, and then also at the same time, we can be able to, as class representatives, be able to speak with some of our constituents if they are there. Our whole student body is our constituent anyway, so speak to them in general. And essentially, we're trying to get the ball moving on that. And I know that I'm not sure if there's anything else regarding that, Ethan?
Not anything else regarding that. I know we have a few senators who are trying to set up tabling sometime soon, but besides that, there's nothing else to report.
Awesome. I know for tabling, just make sure, I know there's a form on Teams that's kind of like preliminary filled out. Just email Casey or I so we can get those proper signatures and I can get that process for y'all. Sorry, got a scam call. Okay. Thank you, class. CMHT, do we have anything to report? Senator M.
Just a little bit build up from last time. I've been researching the prices for getting a movie theater and the Lyceum. Turns out the Lyceum is way expensive, way more expensive than I thought, like $300 expensive to reserve. So I'm still working on that. I was going to email one of my professors to talk about stuff, but I've been under the weather the last 3 days, so we'll try to email today. But yeah, just been doing a lot of research and communication.
All righty. If no one objects, Casey, go ahead.
Hey, Luke, how are you doing?
Better.
That's good. When it comes to reserving the Lyceum, are you planning on doing that for an event through SGA?
Oh no, not like SGA. This is for my college. My college should be the one holding it up. So someone gave me their number to call them for like the event coordinator, I believe, for our college. So I need to call them, but I think it's too late today. So
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much.
no problem. Don't worry. I'm not using the money.
All right. Any other questions for CMHT? All righty. Next, we have the College of Music. Let me pull up your report.
Made a little graphic. Okay, so I've been very busy. I'll just quickly talk about these. So there's some stuff going on in the College of Music regarding an Otello opera and concert. Discussed elements of race and performance practice that certain members of faculty failed to comment on, and so I worked with some students to organize a student statement that we would give audience members so they would be educated on the situation, and it went really well. We ran out of statements, so that was great. Also recently helped in running auditions and interviews for the composition studio. I've been meeting a lot and working with some members from the Space at UNT, which is the transgender student organization, and some of the College of Music's own Idea Council. I can't remember what that stands for.
Inclusion, diversity, equity, and access.
Yes, thank you. On legislation that we're working on. And then I'm also trying to get things started for blind auditions to be mandated at the College of Music. And I am working with actually a graduate student on that, which is exciting. So any questions?
And of course, please scan the QR code for any upcoming events in the College of Music.
There's actually one tonight at 8, an electronics music concert at the Rubber Gloves Rehearsal Studio in town. It's going to be really cool. You have to be 18 to attend, though.
All righty. Okay. I know New College had nothing to report. College Science, nothing to report as well. All right. Move on next to item our agenda. Senator McDowell.
I move to amend the agenda to insert the Senate appointment for the College of Science immediately next.
Do you mean just move to consider next or move up the?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a second to consider the College of Science?
Senator Reese seconds.
Okay. All righty. So next up we have Mustafa Syed from the College of Science. Is it Mustafa or is it Mustafa?
It's Mustafa Syed.
Okay, Mustafa Syed. I am so sorry. Let me get that. Nope, wrong. Let me just get the word. This reminds me of the olden days when we used to have Word documents on the screen. Mustafa, before we continue, is there any disclosures that the Senate would like to disclose? Any connections, past or present? Senator McDowell?
I have been in contact with Mustafa before, but I don't believe it's been enough contact for me to warrant abstaining from the vote.
Any other disclosures senators want to give? Senator Reese?
I'm pretty sure we're all very familiar with Mustafa through his Food for All bill that he's been working alongside with Senator Johnson. So I think it's safe to say that kind of most of the senators are aware of who Mustafa is, but I don't think it's enough to have us abstain from vote.
All right, Senator Castellanos?
Yeah, I was just going to kind of get at what Senator Reese hit on. Senator Johnson and I worked with Mustafa on the resolution, and that was kind of a general interaction I had with him. I hadn't known him prior or anything, but yeah.
All righty. So Mustafa, this is the time for you to kind of express to the Senate why you would be a great advocate or senator for the College of Science. Provide any previous experience or current experience that can kind of provide a little bit more insight about you. But other than that, the floor is all yours.
All right. Thank you, David. Good evening, everyone. Thank you guys for having me today for this meeting. So I guess just to give like a quick introduction of myself, why I feel that I will be able to represent the College of Science and beyond that, the Muslim students on campus. So just going forward, I am currently a biology major with a minor in international studies, with a concentration on development and humanitarian affairs. And I'm pursuing a pre-medical track, right? So hopefully my goal is to, after college, pursue med school and hopefully become a physician. But beyond that, I've been in the College of Science for 1.5 years. At this point, right, I'm a second year, and hopefully I will be graduating next year. So my plan is my academic track is to graduate in 3 years. So I guess technically I'm a junior. That means I don't know exactly how that all works. But beyond that, in terms of like leadership experience and all that, so as you guys might know already, I'm the president of the Muslim Student Association, one of the larger organizations on this campus, and we advocate for increasing diversity and inclusion for all students on campus, and essentially creating safe spaces and a sense of community for the Muslim students on campus. And just beyond that, one of my main goals as to becoming a senator would be to represent the Muslim students on campus and represent their interests. Especially like right now, like with certain initiatives we're already working on, with Grant and Alejandro, we've created the Food for All bill, trying to implement halal food in our dining hall so Muslim students have the opportunity to eat on campus. But beyond that, it would go to creating prayer spaces and, overall working to uphold those standards of diversity and inclusion that UNT holds in such high regard. We aim to, We aim to, I guess, help UNT achieve those standards that they've pushed forward. They advocate that they are very, that they advocate that they're very, prone to wanting to increase diversity and inclusion and all these, beneficial aspects to a community. But, as we can see, like, there's a lot of groups that are so far underrepresented on campus. So my goal would be, to help, I guess, increase representation and increase inclusion for the Muslim students on campus so that we can get closer to achieving those goals of diversity here. So, and in addition to that leadership experience, I'm also president of the youth board at our mosque. And in addition to that, I'm a national representative for the charity organization called Charity Week, which is why I'm actually not in Texas right now. I'm actually in New York City. And we are currently working on creating initiatives to, to create sustainable programs to help orphans overseas, and create a sustainable difference in their life so that they can, get out of their unfortunate situations and hopefully achieve a better quality of life. So I guess that kind of sums up, everything that I'm doing. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, that's it.
All righty. Thank you, Mustafa. The floor is open for any motions. Senator Reese?
I move that we go to a period of questioning.
Is there a second?
Senator Cowell, second.
All right, awesome. Senator Reese, you have the first question.
Wow. All right. I just want to say that's just a great and amazing long list of achievements. And I also want to say you just missed me. I was in New York City like just 2 days ago. So wow, can't believe I missed you. Secondly, I wanted to ask you, if elected, what is something that you feel, besides Food for All, that you have been working with Senator Johnson and Senator Castellanos on, what is something that you feel you are very passionate about on campus besides MSA? I know you're president of MSA, but extending beyond that, what do you feel is something that you want to see on campus get done?
So different things on campus that I feel, could get done outside of the realm of just diversity and inclusion would be getting our students more involved in, I guess, charity work and helping those who are less fortunate, right? So that's a lot of the work that I'm doing with Charity Week right now. We are, setting up programs and initiatives to try and figure out how we can get more campuses, as a whole involved, in helping those who are less fortunate. So basically my idea would be to create different types of events, throughout the week, right? So Charity Week is kind of like it's 1 week out of the year where we, it's essentially like a week of service. If that kind of is a good analogy. So basically, each day would be kind of like a different, initiative to, I guess, to help raise funds and raise awareness for people who are less fortunate. So that would be things like setting up bake sales, setting up volunteer drives, all those kind of things. But then in addition to that, I guess other issues that I am passionate about are just more related to activism. When we see like cases of injustice around the world, I guess I align myself with trying to help anywhere I see injustice happening to especially marginalized groups of people. So I guess those are kind of what I am interested in outside of MSA.
Wonderful, thank you.
Senator Cal.
I think you have a lot of really amazing goals, and since we are so close to the end of the semester, I'm just wondering if you have considered. I don't know if you're about to graduate. Have you considered maybe running for Senate like continually?
So before
I don't know if.
So because that breaks election code, we cannot
Okay, never mind.
ask anyone about next year's involvement. So I would just ask a different question that does not involve the potential or asking if they're going to be involved in any capacity in the SGA next year, because that will break election code, and I don't want
Okay,
anyone to
sorry.
get placed in that position.
Okay, I'll rephrase my question. Do you think with all of the other things you're involved in on campus that you'll have the time to achieve these goals with the last couple weeks we have of the year?
I think so. Yes, I do understand, and I realize that there is, I guess, a shortened time frame, maybe like half a semester left of this school year. But I fully believe that it is possible to make a difference even in a short amount of time. I mean, me, Grant, and Alejandro have been working on this bill maybe just for 2 weeks now, 2 to 3 weeks now, and we've already created some progress, and hopefully, we'll see it through to the finish line by the end of the semester. And then even then, I plan to, set up initiatives and stuff that will be carried on to next semester, and that whoever is on the SGA Senate next semester, they will be able to carry on and continue those things, even if I was not, even if I'm not selected for next year's team.
All righty. Any other questions or any other motions? Senator McDowell?
If there are no more questions, I move to a period of closed discussion.
Senator Reese seconds.
Does anyone object? Who seconded that?
Gillis.
All righty. So, Mustafa, at this time, I do ask for you to leave the meeting, and we'll have our Sergeant Arms get you back into after the Senate has made a decision.
If I may, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Mustafa, I will be on Teams, so please check your Teams messages.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right. Awesome. I'll have you leave the chat, and then after that, we can start. All righty. So, Senator McDowell, you have the first discussion point.
I think he's a great candidate. And yeah, that's all.
Any other discussion points or motions, Senator Ruiz?
Not only would this be another senator for the College of Science, Mustafa is absolutely qualified, more than qualified, in my opinion, to be a part of our wonderful, wonderful organization. And not only that, but he adds an element of already presenting that passion that is residing with SGA regarding legislation. He's, taken initiative to work with Senator Johnson and Senator Castellanos to increase more opportunities for a minority group on campus. I think that's something to be, acknowledge and be very admirable to admire of him. I think that he would be a wonderful addition, and yeah, I really don't have anything more to say other than we should get him in.
Senator Cowell?
Yeah, I wish he was here sooner. And if anybody has anything else they want to say, I think I move to a period of voting.
Senator Allen seconds.
I'm on the second scenario.
Any object? All right, Senator, Sergeant at Arms McDowell, if you can start roll call.
McDowell, aye. Senator Allen,
Aye.
Senator Lee,
Aye.
Senator Castellanos,
Aye.
Senator Garcia,
Aye.
Senator Gillis,
Aye.
Senator Guevara,
Aye.
Senator McFarland,
Aye.
Senator Ruiz,
Aye.
Senator Taylor,
Aye.
Senator M,
Aye.
Senator Cowell,
Aye.
Senator Baker,
Aye.
Senator Winston.
Aye.
Have I missed anyone? It's unanimous.
All right, awesome. We have another senator for the College of Science. All righty. If you can get him back on the call, that'd be awesome. In the meantime, we're just gonna wait. We do have another sit-in appointment for the College of Business. I did email him a little bit, telling him to come a little bit later, just because of the order of the agenda. Hopefully he turns it in. I can ask him to request to come back to the, or you can share the link. I believe if you do the 3 dots, or yeah. It's connecting. Hello, Mustafa. Congratulations. You are now a senator for the College of Science.
Oh,
So what that means is effective immediately, you get to participate in discussion. You can make discussion points. You have all the rights and able to vote. All right.
all right. Thank you guys so much. I really hope that, being a part of, the Student Senate, I will be able to help you guys make a positive difference on this campus. So thank you guys so much.
And I'll definitely be in contact with you, Mustafa, sorry, with next steps, and hopefully get some of the things, and of course partner with Senator McDowell for Senate onboarding.
All right, sounds great.
Alrighty. I believe we've entered, if my appointee is, I don't think, is on the screen. The next portion of our meeting is convening an executive session. Deliberation regarding personnel matters. of Senator McDowell, if you can help me out with that.
Yes. The intention is to enter into executive session to deal with personnel matters. This is provided for under the Texas Open Meetings laws. And so at this point, if anyone who is not a senator, if you'd please exit the chamber, and we will reconvene shortly. Thank you.
Yes. Of course, if you're a member of the SGA, you're welcome to stay. Talking to y'all three. So interns, I am going to actually create a whole, senators on this call, I'm going to create a whole new meeting under the Senate channel. I'll definitely send an email out. I will definitely turn off interns. You're more free to go. It's going to be a long conversation, and hopefully once we're done, we have consideration of election code. Senator Allen. All righty. So I am going to just give me 1 second, y'all. I am going to schedule a meeting under Teams. It's my appointment. Hey, he's my appointment. I mean, we can consider that and then go. Let's do that. Sorry. I am going to post, so senators just stay on this call. Yes. Sorry, everyone. We are going to, our other Senate appointment for the College of Business is here. So just to make it easier for everyone, we'll just consider his appointment. Senator M, yes.
This is just for when we were going to go to the executive session. Is that if you could please just say like when you created a new meeting, because I was just like kind of looking at Teams, like did he make one yet?
Yes, so I did, and I did send an email with the link. So at this moment, we are not going to move into that other meeting channel just yet. I'm going to consider this appointment, and after this, just to respect people's time, we'll move into executive session. I do apologize for that, y'all. I was trying to make sure we're getting the small things maneuvered out. All righty. I do apologize for that. Let me get that agenda pulled up for y'all. So next up, if there's no objections, we're going to consider our next Senate appointment for the College of Business. Zane, I'm not going to butcher your last name.
Bawala.
Walla?
By Walla, yeah.
Okay. So is there any connections or disclosures any senators want to present at this time, if any? Alrighty. Zane, this is your opportunity to tell the Senate why do you feel like you would be a good fit to represent the College of Business, any leadership experience that you have. The floor is all yours.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Zain Bawala. I'm majoring in entrepreneurship and finance. It's a double major. And previous leadership experience I've had is I'm vice president of my fraternity. And I feel like that's a great amount of leadership experience I've had, because there's a lot of things that other people want to do, but you also have to keep in mind the best interests of your chapter, whether it's in the best interest financially. And there's a lot of other aspects, and you can't always make people happy, which is a great trait to have as a leadership experience. Also, if I were to get appointed, one thing I'd really like to focus on is more student involvement on campus. What I feel like talking to people in my classes, like I feel like 90% of the commuters there, they come here just to go to class and then go home. I feel like there should be a community. People should be joining other organizations and getting more involved on campus overall. And is this where I open up for questions?
Yeah, I mean, Senator Reese,
I move for a period of questioning.
is there a second?
Senator Allen seconds.
All right, you have the first question.
Firstly, hi, thank you for coming before us today. My main question to you is, as a fraternity member, how do you think that your experience, doing those kind of, that the fraternity has a lot to do with philanthropy and things like that. So how could you bring forth that element towards SGA?
So with philanthropy, it's mostly just other fraternities and sororities participating. What we could do is we could possibly open it up for the entire school to participate.
Alrighty, thank you.
Yes.
Hey, so thanks so much for being with us today. I've been in the appointment position before. I know how nerve-wracking it can be. So thanks so much for being here. My question to you is just to get to know kind of where you're at a little bit better. What are just some things that you're passionate about? Some changes you could see yourself making if you are appointed to be a part of the Senate.
So some changes I want to make is when I came into UNT freshman year, like my first semester was probably like one of the worst semesters ever. Like I came in not knowing anyone, not meeting anyone. I lived in the dorms too. I lived on campus, and those connections and the people like I had to meet, I had to go like above and beyond. Like I had to go introduce myself to people, like make all those connections myself. What I'd like to do is I just want to make it easier for people to find those connections, easier for people to meet new people, and find like a club or something that interests them. Something like where someone can be part of something bigger than just themselves.
Awesome. Thank you.
I actually wanted to bring up the fact that you talked about commuter students. That's something that's very near and dear to my heart as a fellow commuter student. You talked about you wanted to create more involvement opportunities on campus regarding them. We have a committee that is called the Non-Traditional Student Committee. Would that be something that you'd be interested in applying for if you are appointed as a senator?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hello, Zane. Thank you so much for coming out today. So you sound like you're involved in a lot, double major and involved in your frat, which I really respect how involved you are. So I'm just wondering what it is that made you want to be a part of SGA, especially since you seem like you're involved in a lot and it is like we're halfway through the semester. So what made you want to join now?
So when I was looking, I was just reading up on SGA like before I had interest in joining it. And I saw there's only one person that's representing the School of Business, which I found out is no one. So I feel like School of Business is, I think, our second populated school. And I feel that it's just crazy that not one person is representing it right now. So for me to have to do that, I know it'd take a lot of time, a lot of like energy and all of that, but I'm willing to do it. Yes.
Thank you.
So you hit on a really good point there that, the College of Business is huge and we've been in this unfortunate position where we haven't had anyone to represent it. So as, a senator, what what specifically would you do to kind of make sure that your constituents, the people within the College of Business, that their voices are being heard?
So I could probably start off by trying to possibly recruit more guys to that Senate position, and basically just starting conversations with people in the College of Business and getting to know what they want so I could possibly implement it.
Awesome. Thank you.
I think if there are no more questions, I move that we go to a period of voting.
Senator Reese seconds.
Objected by Senator McDowell. We can do by a raise of hands. Or
I'd like to amend my movement.
or you can make a new one.
Yes.
Okay.
I move that we go to a period of discussion. Thank you.
You mean closed discussion?
Closed discussion. Thank you, Senator McDowell, for pointing that out.
Is there a second?
Senator Taylor seconds.
All righty. So now that we're in a period of closed discussion, at this time, Zane, if you wouldn't mind stepping out, you can be around Fuzzies and like by the bathrooms. You can just chill there for a little bit, and I'll have Senator McDowell come grab you.
All right.
Just give me 1 second. Who made them? Senator Allen. And it was Taylor, correct? All righty. Senator Allen, you have the first discussion point.
Yeah, I think he has a lot of potential to be a very good voice within the Senate, especially since we do not have a representative for the College of Business right now. I really have no problems with him.
I love how he saw a need in his college and he wanted to fill that need because he said that there's no senators within the College of Business, and he wants to be there to fill that need and represent his college.
I also like that he has already that experience. You know, he explained to us that he's the vice president of, you know, his chapter, and that knowing, like I've seen a lot of those students. They do a lot, and they demonstrate that leadership capabilities, and they demonstrate that they have what it takes to be able to put themselves in a position of, you know, leadership. So I think that we can have that integrated in here, and he'd be a good fit for that. My main concern is that I know that there's a lot of workload that we have, and because he is a vice president of the chapter, I don't want those two things to conflict and eventually, you know, harm his mental health, because we've already had a couple senators that have had to resign due to mental health issues, and I don't want to appoint someone and then have them, you know, be overworked.
All right, Senator Ali.
I agree. It seems like he's involved a lot, but I think we don't get to decide what's too much work for someone, and the fact that he's come here and he has the initiative to show up. I do think it's valid to be concerned for them, though. But I think he seems like, I think in my opinion, he seems like he doesn't know a whole lot about SGA, but we're all here to learn. So many of us I didn't know what's going on. Still, we're all figuring out what's going on. So I think it'll be a good learning environment.
Senator Taylor.
Responding to what Senator Ruiz said, I don't believe that he would have applied for this position if he felt that this would be harmful to his mental health. I think he had already thought about the ins and outs of all this, how this was going to work before he applied.
Senator Gillis.
Yeah, I think Senator Lee made an excellent point. You know, a lot of us show up and have no clue what SGA is really about, but we all learn in time. I have no doubt that he would be a phenomenal addition to this team. He seems to have a lot of good ideas going on. So unless there's any other discussion points, oh, never mind. Daniel has his hand up. So.
Oh, Daniel, go ahead.
I mean, no, yeah. Aside from that, the appointment process is kind of lengthy to where you have to get signatures, and I'm sure that he has been through this thought process time and time again to consider whether or not this is actually something he can manage, and I believe that he can. So, thank you.
All righty. Senator Lee.
Senator Lee moves to a period of voting.
Senator S seconds.
Okay, Senator. Anyone object? If Senator, Sergeant Arms McDowell can start roll call, that'd be awesome.
All right. Senator McDowell, no. Senator Allen.
Aye.
Senator Lee.
Aye.
Senator Castellanos.
Aye.
Senator Garcia.
Aye.
Senator Gillis,
Aye.
Senator Guevara,
Aye.
Senator McFarland,
Aye.
Senator Ruiz,
Aye.
Senator Taylor,
Aye.
Senator M,
Aye.
Senator Cowell,
No.
Senator Baker,
Aye.
Senator Winston,
Aye.
Senator Syed, okay. That is 12-2, and it passes.
Alrighty. Zane is now our senator for the College of Business. Alrighty, we'll get Senator Zane. Wow, that makes currently our membership now 22. Super excited. We do have pending applications. Hopefully I can get another college of senator, college of senator. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Alrighty, if you'd like to take a seat up the front. So hopefully we'll have another appointment after spring break. But
Congratulations, Senator. I'd just like to tell you that please check your teams, your teams, so I can get with you about onboarding, which will probably happen sometime this spring break. Thank you.
alrighty, so now that we consider that, so we are going to move into executive session. At this time, again, I'm sorry, y'all, guests in the audience, going back and forth. We'll convene hopefully shortly. Please stay tuned virtually. We'll definitely get that, but we'll have the door open to indicate that we're back in an open session. So at this time, senators, if you'd like to go on Teams and leave this meeting and join the other call, that'd be fantastic. Hopefully no one should be on this call because it's going to be muted. So I'm going to leave this chat or leave this meeting and see you on the other one. Hello. Is this still recording? Yes, it is. So we're back into an open meeting. Thank y'all for being here a while. I appreciate Senate for that. We have last thing to consider. We have consideration of election code. If Buck Tarver wants to come down and talk a little bit more in detail about it, that'd be awesome. No, you're good.
The email I sent you? Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome. Hey guys, thanks for bearing with me. I know it's been a long session. So, what? No, no, you're fine. Yeah. There are two things I do want to talk about regarding election code. One of them is making a change to the election code amendment. It's not too strenuous in any way, but since David is pulling that up, I'm going to give him just a moment. So the second order that I kind of wanted to talk about was extending the reopening and then extending the deadline for Senate applications, because as y'all remember, David mentioned that there's only 5 applications for Senate, and that's not gonna work. So, and I met with Dr. McGuire today, and we planned to talk to Senate, have it like hopefully approved. We can send out a mass email, like the mass email UNT sends out. That way we can reach more people, because there's no point in opening the applications again if we don't do something drastically different. And then we're going to reopen elections until next Wednesday during spring break. And I'm okay with doing a couple more election code meetings, just in case if someone else fill out the application and they weren't able to make any this week. I can do 2 more election code sessions, and I can do an election code session the Thursday after March 17th and the Friday after March 16th and March 17th and March 18th. That's when I can do 2 additional election code meetings just for anybody who applied later. And I just wanted to see if y'all would approve that. And there was some conversation of if we are opening Senate applications, should we reopen president and vice president? For me, I'm only one person. I'm still one person. So I am the election board. So I didn't really have many people to bounce up ideas for. And I went back and forth of whether or not I should open president and vice president. But I kind of came to the conclusion I should just open Senate, because I kind of reflected back to the time where I ran for vice president and I kind of got the application done. So I'm kind of for only opening the Senate application, but of course I wanted to get y'all's opinions to see if y'all had any thoughts regarding that. Respectfully, I don't know y'all's names by the time. I'm so sorry.
You can point here. Very unofficial. Apparently moves to a period of questioning.
Senator Taylor.
Senator
seconds.
Also, point of information, is this under emergency status? Or it's a revision, so I don't know if that counts. But.
Because this is not legislation, it's doesn't require status, so y'all can decide now. I believe it's a simple. I can double check the. You have the ability to approve what the election board proposes.
Just checking. And then my question is for Bachtover.
Huh? Okay, sorry.
Yes.
So about the applications for vice president and president, just this might be an election code thing. There have been like enough applications though. I don't know if that's something I can ask.
For president and vice president? I'm trying to pick my words correctly, so I'm not compromising information that I know. So I'm sorry if it seems silly that I'm just like thinking for a moment.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I believe that if they have like opponents, to like if they have enough people to like go against each other, then you should keep it closed.
So we're in a period of questioning. Sorry.
Oh.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm
So,
thinking.
so if you need clarification, I'm not asking for a specific number, just if it's enough to proceed normally as in comparison, because you said with Senate, if we only have 5 applications, it's not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's basically it.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I just wanted
No,
to.
you're good.
I didn't want to get in trouble or
Yeah.
compromise anything in any way.
That's all my question.
All righty, Senator Allen.
I haven't seen any other hands raised for questions. So if there are no more questions, I would like to move to a period of voting. If that's okay with everyone.
Senator Taylor seconds.
All right, it's been
Okay.
ejected. I don't think y'all saw the changes. So this is one. I believe that's the only thing that was.
It was just that and like other basic formatting, but that was the main thing. Should I talk about the amendment I added right now?
Could this also be sent out? Because to my understanding, it wasn't sent out, right?
Yes. Yes. You said you had another amendment?
No, that was the only one. But should I
Okay.
explain that now or should we talk about the extension for the application date first?
Whatever you want to discuss, that's completely up to you.
Okay, can we first do a voting on the application date just so both is kind of clear?
I believe you have that responsibility. You can decide that, to my knowledge.
I would like y'all to. I'm not really sure how to go about this.
So you can just make the decision to change the calendar.
Okay.
That is your responsibility as election board commissioner. I
Okay.
believe you do not need Senate approval.
Okay, I think that was my
Point of information.
confusion.
We don't need to confirm any dates she changes or anything like that.
That is correct. The only
Okay.
thing that y'all do need to approve is any changes to the election code itself.
Okay, thank you for the clarification. I was kind of confused with both of them.
No, you're totally fine.
So regarding so I guess regarding the extension, I wanted to tell y'all I will be extending it only for senators. Regarding the election code, which y'all will be voting on, I only wanted to add an amendment regarding the governing body regarding my situation right now because a lot of it is about quorum and election board and responsibilities. However, it's kind of been different for me because it's just me, so I've been taking on a lot of the responsibilities. And my only concern is regarding quorum whenever violations or complaints come by. So I did make the amendment. I'm not sure if I worded it correctly. I'm not a senator, but I did just basically say that if there's no election board or there's not enough people, basically the responsibilities go on to the election board commissioner. I just want to add that amendment so it's very clear because I know I had confusion about what are my boundaries without me overstepping.
Any questions? Any motions? Senator Cal,
Senator Cowell moves to a period of voting.
is there a second?
Senator Allen seconds.
All right, does anyone object? We'll do roll call. Or unless y'all do raise of hands. Raise of hands?
Unless we have to do roll call.
Someone can request that.
Can I amend my thing
Sure.
to vote by roll call?
Is there a second? All right. Any object? Okay, roll call.
Senator McDowell abstain. Senator Allen.
Aye.
Senator Lee.
Aye.
Senator Castellanos, I don't think he's here. Senator Garcia? I don't think they're here either. Senator Gillis?
Aye.
Senator Guevara is not here either. Senator McFarland?
Aye.
Senator Ruiz?
Aye.
Senator Taylor?
Aye.
Senator M?
Aye.
Senator Cowell?
Aye.
Senator Baker? Senator Winston?
Aye.
Senator Schulte?
Aye.
Senator Baiwala? Unanimous.
All right. The amendment passes. Awesome.
Thank you for the applause.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
If there's no objection, the meeting is adjourned at 8:53 p.m. I'm going to stop the recording.